Hey everyone, Sam here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at a platform that can seriously change the way you handle your email marketing. It's called iMail, and it's an AI-powered email system that gives you unlimited sending, unlimited subscribers, and complete freedom from monthly autoresponder fees. What really stands out are its core features. You get an AI email writer that can create full promotional emails in seconds simply by pasting a URL. iMail also gives you total control over your delivery because you connect your own SMTP or use services like Amazon SES, SendGrid, or even your hosting SMTP, resulting in higher opens and lower bounce rates. And with built-in opt-in forms and landing pages, you can collect leads and launch campaigns without needing any extra tools. In the next part of this video, I'm going to break down the full OTO funnel so you'll know exactly what each upgrade includes and who it's for. And right after the funnel overview, I'll show you a complete demo of the software so you can see iMail in action before you decide. Alright, let's move into the funnel breakdown. The front-end offer gives you the complete cloud version of iMail. This is the core platform where you can send unlimited emails, manage unlimited subscribers, and use the built-in AI email writer to generate full campaigns in seconds. You also get broadcasts, automation sequences, hosted landing pages, GDPR-ready opt-in forms, full analytics, and support for services like Amazon SES, SendGrid, Gmail SMTP, and more. The first upgrade is iMail Pro. This unlocks faster sending, removes iMail branding from your emails, and gives you premium features like priority sending, advanced analytics, extra formatting tools, and enhanced deliverability controls. It's designed for power users who need more speed and more flexibility. The second upgrade is the agency license. This lets you create unlimited iMail accounts that you can resell or give to clients. You get an admin dashboard, commercial rights, and the ability to run your own email marketing service without managing any technical setup. It's ideal if you want to turn iMail into a real business. The final upgrade is the live training. This is a step-by-step session where Brett and Mike teach you how to build a profitable email list, write effective emails, automate your income with iMail, and get expert answers during a live Q&A. I'm inside the dashboard now. As expected, it's very clean, simple, and intuitive, just like their previous apps. On the left side, you have all the main menu options. Let's start by exploring the first tool, which is lists. This is where you create and manage your email lists. When creating a new list, you'll see the following fields. List name. Simply enter the name of your email list. Subscriber message. This is a short note explaining to your subscribers how they were added to your list. Unsubscribe message. Here you can add a message your subscribers will see if they decide to opt out. You can choose whether to enable double opt-in. Just select yes or no. You can write a custom message that will be included in the confirmation email. Next, we have the subscribers section. Here you can add subscribers manually one by one, or upload a file to import them in bulk. During the import process, the platform will also ask you to provide details explaining how you originally collected those emails, which is important for compliance and deliverability. Next, we move on to the email section. Before you can start sending messages, you'll need to enter your SMTP settings. That's required to activate the mailing features. I'm going to skip this part for now, but don't worry, within a couple of minutes, I'll show you the vendor's video that explains exactly how to send emails. Plus, you'll also find step-by-step training videos. Inside the Tools section, you'll find several helpful features, exactly as the name suggests. One of them is the built-in lead page creator. It lets you quickly create a simple opt-in page by entering a few basic settings. Give your page a name, choose which list it will connect to, select a background color, add a video embed code, optional, choose your button text and set the redirect URL. Once you're done, you can immediately generate the page link and preview it live. You also get several additional tools designed to help you monitor and optimize your email performance. List reports. View detailed reports and see how each list is performing. List checkup. Run list diagnostics to identify potential issues and improve deliverability. GDPR forms. Generate compliance-friendly opt-in forms for GDPR-regulated markets. Spam complaints. Track complaint activity to protect your sender reputation. Sending logs. Review your sending history, delivery status, and system activity. These built-in tools make it easier to maintain a healthy list, stay compliant, and understand exactly what's happening with your emails.
Hey guys, right here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to send a broadcast email with iMail. So to get started, go ahead and click on Emails, and it's going to show you a list of all your existing emails. Of course, if you haven't sent any emails yet, you're not going to see anything in the list. To create a new email, simply click on the New Message button. And it's then going to show you all the settings for your message. So the first thing you're going to want to set is the scheduled date. This is the date that your email is scheduled to go out at. We'll go ahead and pick a day in the future. We're going to pick the scheduled time. Let's set it at noon. Then we're going to select the list that we want to send to. So I'm going to go ahead and send to my test list. We're going to set this SMTP account. I only have one SMTP account in my system. I use it for all my emailing, so I'm going to leave it at that default. It's going to ask us if we want to use stat tracking. So stat tracking is like click tracking, open tracking. Generally going to want to keep that as yes. It's going to ask you if you want to exclude a list. So you're going to send to a list, but you can also exclude subscribers on another list. And this is a powerful feature because if you're promoting a product, you can create a list of people who have already bought that product and exclude them from your future emails. This is more advanced, so if you're just getting started, it's not something you really have to worry about just yet. It is going to ask you for the email subject. That, of course, is the subject of your email. It's what people are going to see in their inbox. So you're going to want to enter in something that's going to catch their attention without being too spammy. If you're too spammy, you might end up in their spam folder. So avoid being too spammy in your email subjects. Underneath that is going to be the email body. This is a simple what you see is what you get editor. Simply type in the email that you want to send people. And there you go. Now, on the right-hand side, you're going to see two features. The first feature is Write with AI. So that allows you to use AI to write the email for you. So you just enter in the prompt that explains the email that you want, and AI will write the email for you. So let me go ahead and enter in a prompt. So for my prompt, I've entered in that I want a sales email for a self-hosted autoresponder platform called iMail that is available for a limited time at a special discount. And I'll go ahead and just click on Write Email, and AI will write the email for me. Now this does take about a minute, so I'll pause the video and come back when it's done. And as you can see over here, now the AI has written my email for me. Now I can use this for any kind of email that I want. And a real simple thing to do to get your subject is go ahead and just copy that top line and just make that your subject. And now I have my complete email written for me using AI. Of course, if you want to, you can manually write your emails yourself using the what you see is what you get editor. Once you have your email all set up, you're going to want to send a test email to yourself just to make sure everything's the way it is. I usually go ahead and enter in my personal email address inside of here, send a test email, check it, make sure everything is fine. If everything is fine, I can go ahead and click on Save Message, and it will take me back to that home page. So there's my new email, and on the right-hand side, you can see I have a couple of options. I can go ahead and I can delete it. I can edit it. I can go ahead and copy the message if I want, and you can see it's actually scheduled to automatically go out on the date and time I selected. But if I want to, I can go ahead and just click on this button right here and send it immediately. So it's going to ask me if I'm sure I want to send it now. I'll go ahead and click yes, and it's going to go ahead and send my email for me automatically. So that's a quick overview on how to send broadcast emails with iMail. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the support desk. Thank you and enjoy. Hey guys, right here. And another type of email that you can send is sequences. So sequences are emails that go out in a sequence in a specific number of days. So go ahead and click on the sequences link right here, and it's going to show you all your sequences. Now, in order to create a new sequence, simply click on Create New. And it's going to ask you for a couple of things. The first thing is the sequence name. Now, this is for your reference only. It's just so you can remember what it is. The second thing is going to be the email list that this sequence is for. So people who sign up for this email list that you pick are going to go through this sequence. The second thing is the redirect list. So the redirect list is a list that people will go to automatically after they complete the sequence. So you can see here what this sequence is doing is getting automatically sent to every person that comes into the list called incoming subscribers. Once they go through every email in that sequence and the sequence is complete, they will automatically be taken from that list and sent to my active review list. Well, they'll get my broadcast emails. Now, to add a new email to your sequence, simply click on this button right here, and it will show you all the emails in your sequence. Go ahead and click on New Message, and it will ask you for a couple of really simple things. This is just like sending an email with one additional option, and this is the send day. So that's the number of days after subscribing that your message should be sent. So send day 0 means that the email should be sent right away, as soon as people opt into that list. Send day 1 would be send it a day after they opt in. 2 would be 2 days they opt in, and so on. And this way you can set up an entire sequence of emails that go out at specific days, and then if you choose, redirect people automatically to another list once they've completed that sequence. This allows you to have a complete welcome sequence or a complete marketing sequence, and then eventually send people onto a broadcast email list where they will be getting ongoing emails from you. If you have any questions, feel free to send in a support ticket. Thank you and enjoy. Hey guys, right here, and the first thing you're going to want to do after installing iMail is set up your SMTP settings. You cannot send emails until you set up these settings and verify they're correct. So in order to do that, just go ahead on the upper right hand corner of your screen. You're going to see it says Set Up Settings. Go ahead and click on that drop down arrow and click SMTP settings. This is going to bring you to a page that's going to show you all of your SMTP accounts. Now you can have multiple accounts, so that way you can have multiple settings inside of your iMail account. You can see I have my main setup here that I use for all my emails, but if I wanted to, I can have other ones as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to set one up. So in order to get started, go ahead and click on this Create New button. And you're going to see a screen that looks like this. Now, there's a lot of settings here, but they're actually pretty simple. Most of them you're going to get from your hosting company. So the very first thing it's going to ask you for is the account name. And this is just so your reference only, just so you can remember what this setup is for. So you can enter anything you want inside of there. The send name is going to be the name that is the emails are being sent from. So generally, you're going to want to put in your name or your company's name inside of that. The SMTP host, port, username, password, from email, reply to email is all going to depend on your hosting company. So the from email and the reply to email should be a real email address that you've set up on your hosting. The host, port, username, password, all of that you're going to get from your hosting company or from a service like Amazon if you choose to use a third-party service. So let me go ahead and head over to HostGator and I'll show you what I mean. So assuming you're using HostGator, which is what I use, all the hosting companies should have a screen that's very similar to this that shows all of the SMTP settings that you can enter in order to set up email processing. Also, generally inside of cPanel, you're going to be able to get these settings as well. Now, one thing I have noticed is that many hosting companies say that their port is 465. However, what really works is a different port. So what I would suggest that people do is enter in the hosting port that their companies provide. And if that doesn't work, go ahead and change it to 587 and see if that works. Because for some reason, a lot of the hosting companies do not have the correct port listed in their documentation. So go ahead and enter in all your settings. Down here, you're going to go ahead and enter in your IMAP settings, which again, you'll get from your hosting company. For example, you can see it down here for HostGator on their screen. Also, you're going to want to enter in a bounce email, a bounce user, and a bounce password. The bounce email, again, should be a real email address on your hosting that you've set up. The user and password is going to be, of course, what you entered when you set up that email. The reason for having a bounce email is so that way if an email bounces, means it's undeliverable, it will come back to that email address, and iMail will then check that email address and take those people off your list. So if somebody reports as spam or if the email is undeliverable, you don't want those people on your list because that can hurt your future deliverability. By having iMail automatically take those people off your list, it's going to ensure you get good deliverability to your future emails. Underneath that, you're going to see bounce tolerance. So this is the number of times an email can bounce before it's removed from your list. You don't really want to set this too high because then you'll have too many bounces. A good number to enter in here is 3 to 5. So I like 3 personally, but if you want to go ahead and enter in 5, that's perfectly fine as well. Now, canned spam requires that every marketing email have a physical address on the bottom of it, telling people where the email is being sent from. So you can go ahead and enter in your physical address right inside of here. The last setting is going to be the throttling. That's going to be how fast iMail should send out your emails. Now, this again is going to depend on your hosting company. For example, if your hosting company allows you to send up to 500 emails per hour, you can go ahead and enter in a number here that will throttle up to 500 emails per hour. So you can see it actually sends the emails every 5 minutes. So I'll go ahead and enter in something like 25 here. Let's say 40. There you go. 40 emails every 5 minutes equals 480 emails per hour. You can see it actually displays underneath for your convenience, which would put me under the 500 limit that most basic hosting companies allow per hour. Now, something to keep in mind, you're not going to be able to actually send an email with this until you send a test. So on the upper right-hand corner here, you can see it says send test email. Go ahead and put in your email address. This will send a test to your email address. If you get that email address, then you know that the settings are correct. You can go ahead and then click save. Make sure you save your settings after sending a test, and then the system will know everything is good and you're ready to go. Hey guys, right here in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a list in iMail because you can't send emails if you don't have an email list. So to get started, go ahead and click on lists. And this is going to show you all of your existing lists. So you can see I have several lists inside of my account here. Of course, if you're new to iMail, you might not have any lists set up yet. So to set up a new list, simply click on Create New. Click on Create New, and it's going to ask you for a couple of really simple settings. The first thing it's going to ask you for is the list name, and this, of course, is just the name of your list. This is for your reference only, so you can remember what this list is for. Go ahead and enter in anything you want there. The next thing it's going to ask you for is the subscriber message. Now, this is a message that's going to go at the bottom of every email to remind people how they got on your list. This is something you definitely want to enter because people tend to forget that they've signed up for email lists, and then they get emails from people and they think that person is spamming them when they actually very legitimately signed up for an email list. So you want to go ahead and put in a message there to remind people how they got on your list. I like to put something in like you're getting this email because you're a customer of one of Brett Rateki's products, or you're getting this email because you signed up for XYZ free product. Something in there that's going to remind them is going to be super helpful. Next, it's going to ask you for the unsubscribe message. So if people choose to unsubscribe from your list, you're going to put a little message in there letting them know that they've unsubscribed and something personal about it. So I like to put something in there just thanking people for being on my list, telling them that I respect their choice and that they have been removed from my list. Next, it's going to ask you if you want to have double opt-in. So double opt-in is where people sign up for your list, then they get an automatic email. And after that, they get that email, there's a link that they have to click in order to be verified on your list. You can go ahead and choose double opt-in if you want. This generally leads to a cleaner list. I personally don't use double opt-in. And you can enter in a double opt-in message, which would be a customized message that is in that verification email that they get if you choose to use double opt-in. Once you have everything set the way you want, simply click on Save List, and you'll be taken back to your list screen, and you'll see your new list inside of there. Now, inside of the list, you have a couple of different options. You can go ahead and delete the list, which is something you normally wouldn't do unless you don't want the list anymore. You can download the list if you want for a backup on your local computer. You can go ahead and clean your list, which is something that you're not going to do initially, but at some point you're going to want to clean your list. Cleaning your list gets rid of all the emails from people that have never opened any of your emails. You can go ahead and click in to get a opt-in URL. So these are URLs for things like JVZoo integration and for API integrations with other softwares that I have. This is not something you're going to need until you become an advanced user. And finally, you can go ahead and edit your list if you like to. Now, once you have your list created, you're going to need some subscribers on your list. And you have a couple of options in order to get subscribers on your list. The first thing is to go ahead and click on the subscribers link and click on add subscribers or upload subscribers. So if you click on add subscriber, it's going to allow you to add a single subscriber to your list. So if somebody wants to be on your email list, you can go ahead and just enter in their name, their email address, and select the list you want to add them to and click on add subscriber. You can see I actually have an email list called test list, and the only subscriber that's on that email list is myself, and I use that for testing. So you might want to go ahead and create a test list, enter in your name, enter in your email address, and then you can go ahead and test the system out and actually send emails to yourself and see how it works. That's what I use it for. But if you want to add a single subscriber to any of your lists, you can do that inside of here. The other option you have is to upload subscribers. So you can go ahead and upload an entire list of subscribers. Simply select the list that you want to upload to. Select the format. The format that I always suggest people use is email only, one subscriber per line. So that's a text file with one email address per line. But there are some other options for formatting if you want to choose one of them. Simply select the file, upload the file, and those subscribers will be added to your list. The final thing that you can do in order to add subscribers to your list, which is probably the most common way to add subscribers to your list, is to go ahead and click on the tools section right here on the left. And you'll see a list of all the tools that come with iMail. Now, there are several tools. Most of them are for tracking and list performance, but one of them that's going to be very relevant to this discussion is the form builder. So go ahead and click on form builder, and this will allow you to create an opt-in form that will be for your list. So you can actually create an opt-in form, generate the code, and get code that you can put on your squeeze page, on your landing page, in any page builder, and have people opt in to get on your list. So that's a quick overview of creating a list and adding subscribers. If you have any questions, feel free to send in a support ticket. Thank you and enjoy.
If you're about to grab iMail, hold on, because the bonus stack you're getting takes this platform to an entirely new level. These bonuses turn iMail into a full business engine. More content, more assets, better engagement, and more ways to monetize your email lists. Bonus 1. The premium agentic AI business automation platform. Create AI agents that engage leads, answer questions, or handle follow-up across your sites and funnels. With thousands of templates and voices, they're perfect for automating parts of your iMail campaigns and boosting conversions. Bonus 2. Unlimited AI hosting on NVIDIA GPU servers. Host all your iMail landing pages, delivery pages, and lead magnets with ultra-fast performance, free SSL, and no limits, or resell hosting for extra income. Bonus 3. The most in-demand AI creation suite. Generate images, videos, avatars, 3D models, and more, all with commercial rights. Ideal for enhancing your emails, newsletters, and iMail landing pages with eye-catching visuals. Bonus 4. The AI-driven 3D avatar creation platform. Create 3D avatars and animated videos in multiple languages. Great for adding engaging visual content to your iMail campaigns or landing pages. Bonus 5. The AI-powered faceless YouTube channel creator. Produce viral faceless videos with scripts, thumbnails, and voices automatically generated. Perfect for driving traffic into your iMail lists or offering new services to clients. Bonus 6. The AI-powered 8K movie creator. Make cinematic promo videos without filming. Use them in broadcasts, automations, or on your landing pages to instantly boost engagement. Bonus 7. The Advanced AI App Collection. Access a complete suite of AI tools, from image generators to voiceovers and motion graphics. Use these assets to upgrade your iMail emails, campaigns, and client deliverables. And that's not all. You'll also get my exclusive bonuses, a complete suite of extra AI tools that make iMail even more powerful. You're getting AI software for autoresponders, funnel and website building, content creation, ready-to-deploy AI coaches, 20+ AI assistants, video production, graphic design, social media traffic automation, SEO ranking, ebook and podcast creation, cloud storage, QR code generators, and more. Everything you need to expand your iMail workflows. deliver more value to your subscribers, and scale your online business much faster. Plus, the vendor bonuses, extra tools, and special resources from the iMail creators to help you master every feature inside the platform. This entire bonus package alone is worth far more than the price of iMail, but it's yours completely free when you secure your copy through the link below. Click the link in the description now and lock in all these bonuses before they disappear. Now, let's dive into everything you're getting. Click the link in the description box for all the bonus details. Here's a preview for you. Alright, so those are my thoughts on iMail, and after testing it, I have to say I'm genuinely impressed. One feature that really stood out to me is the AI email writer. Being able to paste a URL and get a complete, well-structured promo email in seconds is a huge time saver, especially if you send multiple campaigns or promote different offers every week. It just makes the whole process faster and easier. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more reviews, demos, and walkthroughs just like this. If you have any questions or want to share your experience with iMail, drop a comment below. I always read and reply. And if you want to learn more about iMail, see all the bonuses, or grab it through my link, just click the link in the description. Everything you need is right there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey guys, Brett here, and if you're doing any kind of work online, you are going to need to use email. Email is by far the most valuable asset that anybody will ever have in their online business. The problem is that email platforms are super expensive. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I haven't paid a monthly fee for an email platform in over 7 years. And today, what I want to do is show you the cloud-based version of the software that I personally use to do all of my email marketing. This software is going to let you send unlimited emails to unlimited subscribers without ever paying a single cent in monthly fees. All right, let's go ahead and check it out.
are here today with Brett Rutecki. Brett, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me.
Brett, today you're on, we're going to be talking about something that I know that you've been using for a long time now, something that has gotten you amazing results. You've been able to get email marketing results that other people would just dream of. I remember the first time you showed me your open rates and your click-through rates, and it just made me like, I think everyone's jealous of the fact that you're getting such amazing results, but I know that you're using a secret weapon for it, which we're going to be talking about here today. So on the sales page here, it says seven-figure marketer finally reveals the exact software he uses to drive unheard of email open rates, clicks, and profits without ever paying monthly fees for email services. Bring us into this. What's this all about, and why should we be excited?
So when I got started in the internet marketing business, I mean, back in, I guess it was around 2014, I decided to go full time on it. I was doing a little dabbling before that, but I was still working. 2014, I went full time and decided to make this my business. I did pretty much what everybody does. I went to the third party autoresponders in order to get email because, email is super important.
Yeah.
That's a tip for everybody like watching this. Email is literally the most valuable thing you will ever have in your online business. There is no better way to do marketing than email. And people had explained that to me. So I went and I signed up for, I think it was MailChimp was the first one I
Yep.
signed up for. They were cheap. They were like $10 a month. So I didn't have really much money at the time. I hadn't really made any money at the time. I was just basically just quit my business, my job to start a business. So I had to keep costs down and I signed up for MailChimp and I started using them to do my email marketing. That was great for about a year. And then one day they sent me a message and it's just like, yeah, we shut your account off. Like, what? I was like, this has got to be a mistake or something. So I went to log into MailChimp and they're like, yeah, your account is suspended. Our automated system, Omnivore, that's what they called it, Omnivore, has detected unacceptable behavior. I'm like,
Were you
what
doing something
unacceptable?
sketchy, Brett? Were you like going and scraping the internet with emails and then sending people messages or something? Like, what were you doing wrong?
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I actually, and I know everybody says that, every person in jail is really innocent,
No.
they didn't do anything wrong. But no, I really, as far as I know, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I'm a pretty quick to call out guy. So if I see somebody doing something shady, I'm pretty quick to call out and say,
Yeah.
hey, this guy's doing something wrong. Because of that, I'm very well aware that people are looking for something to catch me on. So I tend to try to be as straight and as an arrow as I can, and as far as I know, I was doing absolutely nothing wrong. I wasn't scraping, I wasn't spamming. If people, unsubscribed, I never re-added them because my whole thought is if you don't want to get my emails, well, why
Mm.
should I send them to you anyway? I don't know. It was an automated, system that they had said that I wasn't using the system properly. I sent them a support ticket about it. I even made fun of them a little bit. I was like, you called your system odd omnivore. Well, omnivores eat everything. I was like, it's a pretty good name for a system that suspends people for no reason at all. And they're just like, I mean, I was a $10 a month user. They don't care. They're just like, yeah, we don't, piss off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We, we're not worried about you. So I was like, all right, whatever. You know what? You're not the only game in town. I'll go to another email. So they did let me download my email list. That's great. I went over to Aweber. I signed up for Aweber and I uploaded my email list. Every single person on that email list had either opted in or had bought a product from me. It's the only two ways you can get on my email list is to buy, even to this day, is to buy a product from me or to opt in and, to get something on a squeeze page or, a freebie. It's the only way.
Mhm.
So I uploaded that list to Aweber and they cut the list in half. I'm like, what? So I sent her a support ticket, a message, and this place is a little more expensive. They're like $25 a month. I sent them a message and I was like, hey, why did my entire list upload? There must have been some kind of mistake with the upload. They're like, oh no, you can't email those people.
It's your
I'm
email
like,
list.
they're my customers. That I need to email them. They're like, nah, you can't. They're not allowed on our platform. Well, why not? I'm going back and forth with this support guy. Well, why not? And they're like, well, because we just said so. basically. I mean, that's not the whole the way he put it, but that's basically what he said, because we said so. So then I mean, it occurred to me, I'm like, look, these guys, email is the most important thing in my business. Like, nothing is more important than email. And anybody that's in internet marketing is going to tell you that. Okay. I could lose my Facebook. I could lose my YouTube channel. I could use my websites, but my email would crush me if I lost that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I got these people that can shut me off anytime they want. They tell me who I can mail to. They won't even let me mail to my own customers. And for all of that control over me, I get the privilege of paying them every single month. Well, you know what? Screw this. I'm not tech with that. So what I did was I went and I started developing my own email platform. Now, I'm going to let you a little secret. I haven't paid for email in like 8 years at all. I haven't paid any monthly fee to any third-party service. I went and I developed my own email platform. The first platform I developed was a WordPress plugin. And I used that for a while. I had a WordPress blog at the time. Remember, I was doing the blog reviews. Uh, I created a WordPress plugin to send emails. That was great. Then I went and I created a cloud-based version, and that was great. And then I went and I created a self-hosted version, and that was great. And as time has gone on, as technology has changed, I went and I created newer, more advanced, more functional softwares. And I just kept using them myself. I just kept using my own email platforms. Now I have full control over my business. Nobody can tell me what to do. And I don't ever have to pay a monthly fee at all. I don't pay any monthly fees. Now, I do use an SMTP. I actually use Amazon. There's a ton of other ones. You can use your hosting. You can use, there's one called Mail It. That was pretty cool. One of our beta testers is actually using that and getting great results. SMTP to go. I do pay that, but that's on a per email basis. So instead of,
You pay per email. So if you send, you're not paying monthly regardless of whether or not you send emails. You're paying every time you send an email, you pay pennies for
yeah,
thousands of emails.
I think I'm paying 20 cents per 1,000 emails that I send.
Wow.
So for me, it works out to like $6 a month, that I pay. I mean, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 6. I mean, the point is, though, I'm saving thousands of dollars. I have full control over myself. And what's really great is, since I'm basically using my own platform, and using my own SMTP, the reputation that I have is all on my own. So, when you have these third-party systems, somebody comes in, somebody starts spamming, somebody starts, sending crappy emails and spam emails to people. That actually hurts that company's reputation. Say, for example, Aweber. I'm going to use them for an example. I'm not picking on Aweber. Just use them so I don't have to keep saying that company. That will actually hurt Aweber's reputation. And that's why Aweber is so picky about who they allow you to upload and who they allow you to email to, because they're not worried about you. They're worried about their business. They're worried about their reputation. So if you do something shady on their platform, something that they're not comfortable with, they're going to go ahead and they're going to just suspend you, because they have to protect their reputation. However, by using my own system, I don't have to worry about somebody else ever hurting me. As long as I do good email marketing, as long as I'm not a spammer, as long as I'm not scraping emails, as long as I'm actually letting people unsubscribe and not re-adding them, basically not being a jerk, I'm going to get good results, because my reputation is going to be good. And this is why I get better open rates than most people. And I'm not saying that to be conceited, but you've seen my results. I get better open rates than most anybody,
No, I'm going to be completely transparent with everyone. And I mean, it's Brett and I are really leasing this product together. So I know a lot of this story already. And with iMail, the originally we had thought about making it so that people could install it on like their own server or whatnot. Talk to us a little bit about that and why we changed our mind about
Yeah,
doing that.
so I originally, now I use iMail, a self-hosted version. So it runs on my server. That's what I use. And that's what I built, because I'm a software developer. And again, I built this for myself. So I built a software that would run on my website. It actually runs on a site called brettsbonus.com. And anybody who's ever gotten emails from me has probably seen that and is aware of that. So that's what I built. And I was like, you know what, we should release this to the public. We should let other people use this. Other people like to save money. Other people like to get good results. Let's just release it and, and launch it and let some other people use it and benefit from it. But before I do that, of course, being a developer, I actually have to follow the development process. Now, there's two types of testing and development. The first is called alpha testing. That means I use it. The second is
Mhm.
called beta testing, which means somebody else not related to me at all uses it. So I was already using it, so that was alpha testing. So I got 75 people on my email list and said, "Hey, here it is. Here's the platform. Go ahead and use it. Tell me what you think. If I missed anything, if there's a bug in there that I didn't notice, if there's something that doesn't make sense, go ahead and let me know. That's all I'm asking is that you give me
I was
feedback."
a beta tester too.
Yes,
I
yeah.
was one of those people.
Mike was one of those beta testers, and there actually was a huge problem with it that I hadn't anticipated. And the problem with it is that most people aren't techie like I am. Most people couldn't even set it up.
Yep.
They couldn't get installed on
I
their
had a hard
server.
time. I had to use AI to kind of help me. I had to ask ChatGPT a few times
Yeah,
to
you
help
had to
me with
send me
different
some
settings.
text too in the middle of the night, like,
Yep.
"Hey, Brett, how do I do this?"
Brett, fix it.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't broken. It's just that I built it for myself,
Yep.
so it wasn't very user friendly. Let's be honest. Okay. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to scrap that. That doesn't work, and I'm not afraid to do that. Unlike some people in this space. If I see a problem and something's not working out, and I don't think it's going to benefit the customer, I'm not afraid to say, okay, this is a dead end.
You spend a lot of time on it too, so that cost you time and money to scrap that, because you
Mhm.
could have said, which other people do, unfortunately, in this space. And I think a lot of our viewers have bought products that they've purchased and it's not seemed like the product is done or works, and they would just release it because they're like, "Well, screw it, no one's gonna do anything with it anyways. So let's just release it out there, make our money, and then we'll go on to the next product." We don't do that.
Yeah. So I took the code base, which is the back end code, the stuff that makes everything work. It started all over with the front end user, and I actually made iMail a cloud based system. This is why actually the domain is iMail Cloud, because it is the cloud version of the software that I use. So it's the same code, the same functionality, but instead of having to install it on your server, it runs in the cloud now. So now there's no setup. All that pain that people had is gone. And I actually gave the cloud-based version to all the old beta testers and said, "Here you go.
Mhm.
Let's start over." And now they're using it. I mean, they've sent hundreds of thousands of emails with it. I was like, "Oh my god, I made the right choice," because people were having problems, and now people are sending emails. That's what I wanted.
And with the first one, I mean, I don't think you're able to monitor it, the first people, whether they're sending emails or not, but the people that are on now, you can actually see that there are people in the system, they're actually using it. And that tells you as a developer, okay, this is something that people actually want, they're actually using, and they're getting results with it. And the fact that this is something that is easy to set up, and there are no monthly fees with it either. You do, like Brett said before, you do need to put in an SMTP, which there's tutorials and everything. It's really easy to do. I can do it. I'm not a tech person. I can follow instructions. I can figure it out. So it's easy to set up, and it's, again, if you send 1,000 emails a month, depending upon the service that you use. I mean, Brett talks about being like 20 cents per email. If you send 10,000, then $2. I mean, it's not
If
going to
you have a
be.
website and you use your hosting, you actually pay nothing. If you
Sure.
have a small list, and actually we have people doing this, if you have a relatively small list and you're just getting started, you can use Google and Gmail. There are people inside of and it's great. So this is a cloud-based version now. I can actually see what they're doing. I can look at the database, see the emails they're using, see what systems they're using, and make sure that it's working right. It allows me to have that monitoring ability to make sure nobody's having any problems. And there are people in the system that are using Gmail right now, and that's actually great because they're going to get started. They're going to use Gmail. At some point, they're going to outgrow Gmail, but by that point, they'll already have an email list and will be making money. So who cares if they have to spend $3, on another service.
If you have a very small email list and you wanted to use Gmail, you can send upwards of 500 emails per day for free. So, and that's with a free Gmail account. You don't have to pay for anything. You can set that up and send up to 500 per day for free. And that's for people just getting started. Once you start, if you get more than 500 emails that you want to send per day, you're I'm assuming that you're making money from that by sending out those emails, and you're going to be okay with paying 20 cents or 10 cents to send emails from an SMTP.
You
So
might be
it's,
okay with paying 20 cents for per 1,000 emails to start with, but if not, you do have free options. Yes.
yeah, cool. Do you want to show us a little sneak peek inside? We've been talking about it for a while. Want us to take a test drive?
Yeah, I'm going to actually show you the self-hosted version that I have. If you guys don't mind, I want to be clear about that.
That's what
Because
you're using. You
because that's
built
what
for
I
your
use. And
business.
then I'm going to show you the cloud-based version as well, because I actually made some improvements. Being a cloud-based software, that allowed me to do some actually pretty cool extra stuff that wasn't permissible in the self-hosted version. So let me go ahead
I want
and
to see if
actually
Brett
show
can
you.
figure out how to share a screen. That's always
I
fun
am.
to.
We're using a new system. Mike's like changes his platform every couple of days to
I
screw
like
me.
to keep you uncomfortable.
He does. I know. All right, share my screen. Screen share. I want to share.
It's probably going to ask for all these permissions and
It is
make you
window.
restart your computer.
Entire screen window. I'm going to share my entire screen. That one, it says share your entire screen. Then you have to click which screen you want to share. I only got one.
The entire.
All right. So this is iMail. Now this is the one that runs on my server. Now I want to be clear. This is what I originally started with, and then I made it a cloud-based system. So even though this is the self-hosted version that I use, it is the same code. I
Okay.
just had to change it to work on the cloud. I want to be clear about that. So you can see this is my system. I've personally sent 530,000 emails. I started developing this in the beginning of 2025. So I've sent 530,000 emails this year. I get a 75% open rate. Mike, not picking on you, but when was the last time you got a
Never,
75% open rate?
never gotten a 75% open rate. Like
And a 32,
I think if I emailed my mom, I wouldn't get a 75% open rate. Like that's incredible. A good open, like a really good open rate is like 30%. That's like really good. Like a good one's 20. Then you get down normal people, and I've spoken to a lot of internet marketers are getting between 5 to 10, maybe even some, depending upon how people. I mean, it's going to depend on your list, your relationship, and how often you clean your list. But I've never seen 75%. I don't know what you're doing.
Now, I'm not going to show my list because it's my actual list. So I'm not going to show my subscribers and stuff like that. I have to respect their privacy. But I do want to show you guys something because a lot of people, they say, I use this too, and it's nonsense. They don't really use it. So I want to show you guys something, and this will really resonate for anybody that's on my email list. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click emails here, and it's going to show all the emails that I've sent out. So the last one I actually sent out was 11/19. So we're on 11/24. It's been 5 days. So I've used this 5 days ago. I don't send out emails every day like some marketers. Once a week is what I shoot for. But you can see here, these are all of my marketing emails that I've sent. Every single marketing email that I send is sent with this system. I would never, ever sell a system that I didn't, use myself, that I didn't make sure works. So everything I send here is all with this. Now, as far as the system works, how it works, do you want me to show it? I mean, it's a basic autoresponder. It has the emails, sequences, all that stuff. Do you want me to show all that, Mike?
I mean, as far as what it does, I mean, people can they can set up an email, they can write an email, they can do all this. I mean, there's places for people to get on your email list. With a lot of people ask, like, how can people get on your email list? And I know that you've got forms that people can get on with, and I mean, you can send.
Yeah, so you can send broadcast emails. So you can send an email just like any other platform. You can schedule the date, you can schedule the time, you pick the list that you want to send to. Here's actually something that's pretty cool. It's called the exclude list. So if you have two email lists, so for example, I have an email list called review list. Okay. And that's what I said my product reviews to. That's what I send my new product announcements to. It's called my review list. But you can also exclude all the emails in another list. Now that might sound confusing. Let me explain to you how I use this. So when I sell iMail, I'm going to use iMail to email people about iMail, right? And say, hey, it's available for purchase now. As people buy it, they're going to go on a list that I have called iMail customers. So then when I send another email about it, I'm going to exclude the iMail customers. So that way I'm only emailing people that didn't buy.
You're not annoying them. You're
I'm
not.
not, that's another reason why I get such good open rates. I don't send irrelevant, since I have features like this, I don't send irrelevant emails to people, even when I'm doing affiliate marketing. When I'm doing affiliate sales, I get the customers that have already bought the product that I've purchased or that I'm promoting, and I'll show how to do that. You can actually do that automatically with iMail, and I'll get those customers' emails, put them in a list, and then when I send future emails out, hey, the offer's closing soon, don't miss my bonus, I don't email the people that already bought. There's no sense in doing that. I'm just annoying them. I'm just
You're going
making
to
them
lose
say, I'm sick of
subscribers.
hearing you, Brett.
You're going to lose subscribers. They're going to open less because they're just going to not going to be, oh, another email from Brett again. What does he want? I already bought this. What do you go away?
Yeah, why are you this? Why is he emailing me? So this is actually a feature that I integrated because I mean it just made sense to me, and it gets me better results. It's one of those features that are integrated because I'm a marketer and I actually saw the need for it. You know, yeah, unfortunately, some platforms they're not really created by email marketers. They don't really know the needs of email marketers. Being that I am an email marketer, I thought to myself, like, how can I stop spamming people that have already bought? You know, so I created that functionality. Now there's also email sequences, so you can send out sequence emails. So email sequences are just what you heard. People sign up for your list, and then they go ahead and they go through this email sequence that's set out every couple of days. You can pick the schedule. You can have as many emails in your sequence as you want. And of course, there's the tools as well. So you got your list reports, your list checkout, your form builder, sending logs. I'm not going to show you that because you'll see my email customers' emails if people have no complaint and call your email spam, then it will show in there just so you can kind of keep track and see if maybe you are getting a little too hypey and people aren't liking it. That's something you want to keep an eye on. And there's also additional tools. Now, let me go ahead and head over to the cloud-based version, Mike, because I want to show you some of the new features that I've added in a cloud version, the version the customers are going to get that I couldn't add in a self-hosted version. So this is the cloud version of iMail. It's basically the same thing. See, it looks like a little bit different, but it's basically the same thing. The only real difference is down here. It says iMail Cloud version.
Uh-huh.
You can see I have been using this as well. I haven't been using, I'll be honest, I haven't been using the cloud version for my email marketing just because then I'd have two lists on two systems and it would be hard to track both of them. So this is that. But what's really cool is something I've added is this functionality right here. So you might notice this is the new message. Remember we saw this before, Mike? Looks exactly the same, except for this has a really cool button here. It says write with AI. So one of the things that I realized is that some people have problems thinking about how to promote a product, how to talk about a product. And you know, even marketers, established marketers sometimes have a problem. You know what swipe is, Mike, right?
Yeah, it's done for you promotional emails.
Right. And vendors tend to write the swipe, done for your promotional emails because I mean, you're trying to think of how to promote a product and it's how to write the email and it's kind of frustrating. And I don't know if it's going to be good or not. So, they have swipe and done for you
It takes
emails. Now,
time
not
to
everybody.
understand every single product you're going to promote. You really have to go in there. I mean, I know people like myself, I do interviews with people. Brett does interviews. Brett actually goes and looks at products. So it's easy for people like us that take a little bit more time but it takes time in order to understand these products before writing emails about them. But not everyone has time to do that. And if you don't, then this is definitely going to help you.
Yeah. So what I did was I added this right with AI. So there's two ways you can write an email with AI. Now this AI integration is completely done for you. There's no API keys. You don't have to enter anything. I cover all the AI fees. I firmly believe that that's something vendors should always do is cover the AI fees. So there's two ways to use this. The first thing you do is you can enter in a prompt. So I could write in and say, hey, write a welcome email welcoming them to my email list. And I can do that and enter that and say, write the email. But what's really cool is I can say, take this URL and write me a promotional email on that URL. So what I can do is I can go here and I can enter in any URL of any product and I can click on write email. The AI will scan that URL for me, get all the information, learn all about the product because I've entered in the sales page URL, and then it will write that email for me. Now, this does take about 30 seconds.
So right now doing the stuff that normally you'd have to do on your own. You have to go through the sales material and do it. Now look at that. That's great.
Yep. So now it scanned the page for me. It learned all about the product for me, and it wrote the email for me. I actually call this feature the swipe killer, because and swipe is no longer relevant anymore. It's no longer needed. Done for you emails, vendors writing emails, talking for you is no longer needed, because AI will do it for you now.
Great. That's quick. I mean, there's no excuse not to have emails written for you. You don't have to be a master email marketer anymore, because you can just have it. The AI will be that master marketer for you.
And what's great is the AI has been trained on millions and millions of emails, millions of email texts. So the AI knows much better than I or you or pretty much anybody what will actually work, what kind of things sell a product in an email, what gets good results, because the AI has a level of training that you and I can never possibly get. In our entire lifetime, we'd never be able to read millions of emails. But the AI has already been trained on all that, so it knows how to do everything better, honestly, better. Another feature that I added here is in the tools section. So um, there is the ability to create forms. So you can create forms, and they are GDPR compliant. That's not really as much of a thing as it used to be, but if you're in the European Union, you still might be worried about that. It is still technically a requirement. So uh, besides the forms, though, and this is something that the beta testers actually said, they're like, well, I can make the form, but I don't have a page to put the form on. So what I just added, I don't even think you're aware of this, Mike, based on the beta tester feedback, is the lead pages. So you can go ahead now and you can just create a lead page right inside of the system. Creating a lead page is super simple. You enter in the page name, you enter in select the list that you want to send people to.
Mhm.
You set the color for your page, headline text, enter in video code, because you usually have a video on lead pages, button text, and redirect URL, which is where they go to after they sign up. Click continue, and you've got a lead page all done for you, ready to go.
And that's all
And
hosted right in the software too.
what's that?
And that's all hosted right in the software too. So they've got a lead page builder and everything, and they don't have to worry about hosting or getting a domain name or any of that stuff.
Yep. So, yep, everything's built into the system for you. So those are some of the new features that I've added. Now I could go ahead and I can show every single feature in the platform, but I mean, it is a full functional, email platform. And I'm assuming you don't want to sit here for an hour while I show every single bit of functionality. So I wanted to show those ones though, because I think those are the pretty cool ones, then that stand out from other platforms.
I think that I didn't seen that feature, by the way. So that is actually is really cool. I'm glad that you added that in. So okay, so uh, iMail, if people purchase this, and we're going to be launching this at it launches at 10 a.m. Eastern on the 14th of December. So that's a Sunday at 10 a.m. We will be doing a pre-launch webinar at 9 a.m. Eastern. So anyone who wants to get on there and get the lowest price can, there should be a link around here somewhere that you can click on and join that webinar and be on there and get the lowest price on this and get the best deal. The price of this software will be going way up after launch. So we'll have timers and everything on there, but we always believe in doing an early bird deal for people that are getting in there early and rewarding that. And then after the launch, we raise it up. We have fees to pay. We have server fees to pay. We have API fees to pay. So after that, we need to be focusing on that. But again, you can get it and pay a one-time price for that during the launch period. Now, on the front end offer, I can talk about some of this because I'm aware of this. You can correct me if I'm wrong or you want to jump in, Brett. But they're going to get access to the full software. You can do the unlimited email list. You can have unlimited subscribers on there. You don't pay any monthly fees, and you pay that one-time price. There are upgrades. The first upgrade that people are going to be seeing is the Pro one, which is going to allow people to send faster. So, as the tech guy in the system, Brett, essentially you're able to make it so that people can increase their rate of sending. Correct?
Oh, yes, and that's actually a fair upgrade. That's not something we just put in for the heck of it. See, when people send emails, and you're going to have all these people on our server sending emails all at the same time, that all uses server resources, right? And
Yeah.
because that uses server resources, it actually limits the amount of customers that we can have. Like, I mean, it's not 10. I mean, we have got a very good server, but there is a limit to the amount of customers we can have on our server because our server can only handle so many people, right? Okay. So since of that, we have to limit how fast people can send emails. All right, that's because if people are sending emails really, really, really fast, 1,000 an hour or 1,000 a minute, that would use up all more server resources. So as a pro user, you're basically paying to say, "Hey, I want more of your server resources. I want to send faster." And that's actually why it's an upgrade. It's not like you see all these upgrades on this space. Let's be honest, we've all seen them where people are like, "I gotta pay more for that." Well, this is a fair upgrade because you're paying more for more.
And they're not just getting faster emails, they're also, it's going to remove the iMail branding from their emails. So normally on the front end, we have fees that we need to pay. We have server fees. So the way we're able to release it for a lower price is by including things like branding in our email footers, etc. But if you get that pro version, not only are you going to be able to send faster, but you can remove that footer in your email.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing. Well, you're going to have to pay for the server pretty much forever because my products don't disappear. Mike knows that. So if you're a basic user, you paid us a couple of bucks. We put, you're going to use the system ongoing and I'm going to pay for the server, pretty much indefinitely. There is a little link in the bottom. It says powered by iMail. Now, if you don't want that in there, you can upgrade and you're basically paying us and saying, "Hey, I'm paying you to remove that, and I don't want to ever have that in my emails." And again,
That's an
that's
optional. It's an optional upgrade. But again, we never want people to feel like they have to upgrade, but it's an optional one in there. There's also the next one is there's an agency version of this. This allows you to create unlimited accounts to iMail that you can give away to people. You can sell them, and so you can even go out there and provide this as a service. You can and be the email marketing expert for other people.
Yep, you can give the accounts away. You can sell them if you want. You can use them as bonuses if you do affiliate promotions. I mean, there you can create unlimited accounts. You go basically log into the system. You create enter in a username and a password. You give that to your customer and say, "Here, you have iMail now. You didn't have to pay for it."
And there's a lot of people paying monthly for services out there that would be very happy to have a software like this. So this is a very cool opportunity upgrade. And the last one is a live training where Brett and I are going to be walking through exactly how to go out there and to use this to build an email list, how to actually make money while building an email list, how to do it using free traffic, how to do things that we've been doing for years now, and that I know a lot of people would love to learn. We're going to be revealing a lot of our secrets on um, how to do marketing with email, and I think it's going to be it's a very low price upgrade. And for people that want to join, it's going to be live. But people always ask, is there going to be a recording? Yes, there's going to be a recording. If you can't make it live, we're going to get the recording of it. But yeah, we've got that as well. Is there anything else that you wanted to add on that?
No, I think we've covered everything. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we're really excited about this. Again, this is, I mean, email marketing. You've heard Brett's journey today, how he's been through quite a bit of trauma when it comes to email marketing. But at the same time, I mean, this journey that you've gone on and the progression that you've had coming to where you're at today, it's been difficult for you, but I think now the place that you're at now is much more secure, much more profitable. You've got more control over your email marketing. You're paying much less. If you were to be doing the same type of email marketing and have the same list at another big brand autoresponder out there, you'd be paying hundreds of dollars a month in monthly fees. So you've been able, probably, if you and knowing you probably know how much money you've saved approximately over the years by using your own service. I would guess it's thousands of dollars.
I mean, off the top of my head, I would guess that it's over $10,000.
Yeah. And you're not, if I ask you, Brett, do you want $10,000 or not? You're not going to say no to that. I don't care how rich you get, how much money you make online, how much of a millionaire you are. No one says no to that kind of extra money. It's just silly to be spending money on something that you could do for much more effectively and for in much less money at the same time. Awesome. Everyone, thank you so much for coming here today. Again, we have that pre-launch webinar that we're going to be doing at 9 a.m. Eastern on December 14th. If you want to be able to get that lowest price, make sure you go ahead and click that link. Anything else we missed, Brett? Any final words?
No, I think we covered everything. Uh, I look forward to seeing everybody on the pre-launch webinar.
Awesome. See you guys there.